Ghostbusters Afterlife is directed by Jason Reitman, whose father directed the original Ghostbusters film. And this movie stars McKenna Grace, Finn Wolfhard, and of course, the man who just got awarded the sexiest man alive, Paul Rudd.
Why don't you get off your board and get out of my dreams and into my car?
Now, this movie follows the story of a single mom and her two children, and her two kids just found out that they lost their grandfather. They didn't really have a relationship with him whatsoever, but he did leave them his old rickety house in the middle of nowhere. And that's all I'm going to say regarding the synopsis of this film, because I don't want to spoil anything. Look, guys, I'm a massive Ghostbusters fan, and I know there's bigger fans than me. There are big fans of Ghostbusters. This movie means a lot to a lot of people. I really like Ghostbusters. I've seen it several times, but I'm definitely not in the realm of those crazy Ghostbuster fans. But did this movie live up to the Ghostbusters legacy and big name? I'm going to let you know right now, starting with the pros. This movie is a ton of fun. This is exactly what you want in a Ghostbusters movie. You want to put your feet up, get a big bucket of popcorn and soda, and just enjoy. Kick back and enjoy this movie. It's a wild ride. It's got a lot of laughs and a lot of heart as well. And I just miss this kind of movie. I feel like we don't get these types of movies anymore. I love that 80s charm that this movie has. It's just a lot of fun. I miss fun movies like this, and I was really excited to see a movie exactly like this. Like, it's been so long, and it totally hit all the right notes. The acting all across the board is so good. Paul Rudd is a freaking national treasure. If you don't like Paul Rudd, you're lying to me, you're lying to everyone, and most importantly, you're lying to yourself, so stop it. Paul Rudd is awesome, and Finn Wolfhard is really good in this movie as well. He just doesn't have a lot to do. I almost feel like his character was kind of just there to have a love interest, but he does his job. I feel like it's an 80s movie, or it's based on an 80s movie, so you definitely need Finn Wolfhard. I feel like he has to be involved somehow. If 80s are related at all, you need Finn Wolfhard. Like, hey, there's a movie, yeah, call Finn Wolfhard. Okay, perfect, we're good. But the real standout in this movie is McKenna Grace. She totally stole the freaking show. I really liked her in Haunting of Hill House, but in this movie, like, honestly, this is her movie. She just kicked it up like 10 notches. She is the freaking star of this film. She does so good. She's nerdy, and she has all these cool dad jokes that I think are funny, but she's just so relatable. Like, you feel like you know this person, and she has a little bit of all of us in her. Like, it's really interesting, and she just totally nailed this role. Every scene she's in, she just totally stole the show. She stole every scene that she was in, and she was just phenomenal. My hat goes off to McKenna Grace. I also like how this movie looks, and I like that it's not set in New York or in a big city this time. It's kind of set in a small, middle of nowhere town, and I think that's a really good change. I really welcome that kind of change, and like I said, it's visually nice to look at, and the score is also very good. I loved when they would use the old spooky ghost tune that they would use in the original movie. That really hit home for me. I really just had a big goofy smile on my face. Those were some really great moments. And now on to the cons. My biggest negative for this movie is really the third act. It has what I like to call a portal scene. So that's like something big in the sky, or some sort of thing that's sucking up other things, or making a lot of noise, a lot of really loud noises, and unnecessary wind and screaming and shouting, and it just has a lot of that. And I'm getting kind of sick of seeing that kind of thing in these types of movies or superhero movies. There's a lot of that. We don't need to always see a big circle in the sky sucking things up and just wind and shouting, and it just goes on for way too long. It just kind of really dragged, and that was really the weakest point of the film. And a lot of movies that have this type of ending or third act suffer from that. It really takes away from all the good stuff that came before it. And yeah, I'm sick of the portal thing. Please stop doing the freaking portal thing. Containment. Contain the movie and keep it a little bit smaller, and it's a recipe for success. Trust me. I also feel like you guys are going to hear this a lot. This movie has a ton of fan service, a lot of fan service. And normally I think that's okay. It doesn't bother me, but this movie went really over the top with it. Not the biggest con, but still a con. It gets a little annoying. It's like, hey, do you remember this? Do you remember this character? Do you remember this thing that happened? Do you remember this? This looks familiar, right? I get it. I get it. Ghostbusters is fun. It's 80s. We all loved it. I also didn't like McKenna Grace's friend in this movie. His name is Podcast. He's kind of like her little sidekick. But I just felt like he was a little annoying. He was a good actor. The kid is a good actor. But I just feel like he was a little unnecessary. And I also feel like this movie could have really benefited from a shorter runtime. If they cut like about 15 to 20 minutes, and a good chunk of that could have been taken out from that really long third act, this movie would have done significantly better for me. Even with all that being said, I had a big ass smile on my face watching this movie. I just had such a good time, particularly the first half. It's just a lot of fun. I love these types of movies. I want to see more of them. With that being said, I'm going to give Ghostbusters Afterlife a B. I totally feel this was a worthy sequel to the original Ghostbusters series. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Did you guys like this? And was it worthy of the Ghostbusters name? Let me know, like I said, in the comment section down below. And next week, I'm going to be doing my holiday special, so stay tuned for that. As always, smash the crap out of that like, subscribe, and notification button. If you want to see more movie reviews, have your tickets ready. I'll see you guys at the next movie.